Alright, rolling out here on Westfield in the T49. It's been a while since I've done one of these carry harder videos, and spoiler alert, the carry harder videos mean that things didn't necessarily go great, and I'm going to save you the painful conclusion of actually having to watch all of what transpired at the end of this game, and I will just briefly explain it at the end. But setting out here at the beginning, big decision point on this map is whether you're going to go up and you're going to help the heavies on the hill, or you're going to go up to the corner. And I usually do a quick assessment of what are the tanks on the other team. Do I think I can come up to the corner here in the northeast and win, or do I go up and help the heavies? To be honest, I usually go up and help the heavies. Even with this tank, you can peek over that ridge and you can really blast them something fierce. But I decide with this enemy team, they don't have as much mobility. And since I had the bat chat with me, I decided to come up here. And I poke out, I light these guys up, I get myself back behind the bush so it goes opaque, and they can't see me at that range. And so I just kind of keep doing this maneuver here and get a few shots in. Now the important thing when you're going to come up here to this corner is that you have to, and by the way I said north, east, it's actually the southeast corner. You can't sit here for too long, and in a moment here you're going to see the rest of these mediums do something that I don't appreciate too much, and that is they don't move up. And I'm willing to say that that may have been what cost us the game, because here in a few minutes there's going to be a lot of targets lit up and there's not anybody to shoot them. So now I just peek up here and blast him. He misses me. I hit him. Unfortunately, I hit him in a spot that the armor's pretty thick, and so I don't get a good pen with my HE shots. Do note, I only run the standard HE with this tank. It's a lot of fun, and it usually is pretty effective. Now, things are getting a little bit interesting here, and I peeked up a little too soon and wasn't fully loaded, and so I ended up taking a hit, and I didn't end up being able to land a shot. Now I do something that was a bit of a roll of the dice, but again, notice the mediums are not moving up to support me, so at this point it's do or die. I wait until I'm just about reloaded, I use the creeper mode, hitting the R key, and I just peek up slightly, and I land a beautiful shot into the Borsig. Wish I would have killed him, but now he's hurting. Now unfortunately, see, this is where we're getting into the mediums. I don't like where they're sitting back there. And this is a good time to talk about the strategy of this map and why going to the southeast corner is not terribly wise. You get to this point here, you can't really advance any further. So typically the best thing to do is win up to this point and then pull back. So I, as the light tank, could stay here for a bit, the mediums could retreat and come back around the other way and then push through the village. It's just not a very good tactical spot, because as soon as you advance you will get wiped out, and that's what you're going to see here in a moment, is those mediums push up and they get lit and they get destroyed. At best they could take refuge up there behind the tree, take a shot, back up, but again, best thing to do is back off. And now all but one of them are dead, and the last one won't be there for much longer. The bat chat managed to escape, so kudos to him, he relocated. But now see the other medium, he pushes up there and he crosses the railroad tracks, and probably 3, 2, 1 dead. Maybe I should have done a 10-second count. As soon as he shoots and gets himself lit, that's when it'll be over. I just can't remember now how long it is before that happens. So meanwhile, I'm just over here working this ridge. I only need to worry about somebody pushing over into me. Okay, there he goes. But I do have the TD, the Chinese TD over there behind me, giving me some protection. And now I just kind of want to weave my way up here, keeping some vision on the Indian Panzer, and then hopefully land in a nice big juicy shot here in a second. I'm waiting to see if he pushes forward, let my gun aim. It's the thing with the derp guns, you always have to let that aim happen. Now you want to be careful here, not put your HE shell into the rocks, and boom, lovely kill. That was a good shot. But now I'm kind of stuck as well. What do I do? I mean, I'm the light tank, so I want to keep vision on the enemy over there. So let me try this. Let me go over here to the railroad bridge. Ah, crap. There's a French TD in the way. Okay, well, never mind. I'm not going to do that. So at this point, you can think a bit about, well, what would you do? I'm kind of curious what thoughts you would have. What I decide to do is continue to stay over here for the time being, but I'm thinking awful long and hard about going over to the east again, getting back up into that bush, and see if I can get vision into the enemy base whenever they shoot, or if they start to try and leave the base. Because now, if I were on the other team, I would be considering coming down on the east side of the map and begin to assault the base from that side as well. And overall, this is a lesson in you've got to win the field. Notice it's called Westfield, and I think that's a tip-off that you're supposed to win the northwest of the field. They didn't say northwest, they only said west, but I'm going to go with winning the west overall is really the key to winning this. I don't think there's any other maps that have that clue in their name. So now, as you can see, I've let my artillery in particular know that I'm going to make my way along the southeast. That way, maybe he will be pre-aimed. And now I will work my way safely into this bush over here. And notice at this point I am not moving on beyond this point. I just do one quick sweep just to see if I get lit. And I don't. So now, I sit here in this happy little bush. And I'm just watching for if any of them fire and get themselves lit, but the only chance is if they start to push through the valley. I'm not going to be able to see the Ferdinand where he was at over there. Even the TVP would be a little bit outside of that view range. And the Bat Chat is moving through on the side of the hill, which is good. He will then potentially light up things that maybe I can even take a shot, because I will have a nice pre-aimed shot here. But that sneaky little TD is right in the bridge abutment. I can't do anything. So I decided to move forward now so I can help the Bat Chat. I don't want to leave him just sitting down there. And I get this shot on the TVP and manage to hit it, which sniping with a derp is not recommended. Here is where I make my fatal decision. I decide to try and push up here quick to get some vision, and I get lit. I take one hit, and thankfully I don't take a second hit right now, but now I'm a one shot for anybody. Even being slightly nudged will kill me. And so I'm forced now back into this bush. The Bat Chat did successfully escape again. And I would say right now he is our only hope at being able to turn the tide of this battle. The TD is smart, he pulls back again. And nobody wants to push on me. But what happens at this point, I can't prove it, other than an event that is going to happen in just a few moments here. They begin to click the map, the enemy team begins to click the map and say, hey, that damn T49 is sitting up there in that bush. We need to get rid of him. And so they're probably at this point maneuvering into a spot to get some cover on me, and here in a moment they will begin to execute their plan. And then with me out of action, there isn't another light tank. The Bat Chat's the best hope, but we're too low on maneuverable tanks at this point. We don't own the important parts of the map, and there's the blind shot that comes in from the TVP, and well, that's kind of it. So I guess I just needed to carry harder. Thanks for watching.